The day I stepped onto campus that night, sitting down with my house counselors and looking around me, there was no two people that were alike. That scared me a little bit, but at the same time really excited me.
What's so special about Andover is that you're figuring out who you are in the context of all these other people who are doing the same thing. And you're just so embedded in this community that you can't grow up without it changing you.
The current policy of need blind started in 2007, and it was really driven by Barbara Chase and by Oscar Tang. They came to the board and said, listen, we have to do this. If it's youth from every quarter, we can't let financial capability be a barrier.
30 or 40 years ago, there was a brief period when the school went need blind but could not sustain it. And that was always a distant dream that we wish we could get back to.
In the pre-need blind era, we would reconcile all of the students we wanted to admit and the limited financial aid resources we had at that time. There were some really difficult decisions that had to be made. So Jane Freed and I, in good partnership with Barbara Chase, worked to establish for the Board of Trustees what it would mean if we decided to implement a need blind admission initiative.
I can still recall the day when I walked into a senior administrative council meeting and the news came out that we were going need blind. My heart literally must have skipped 2 or 3 beats.
Within a year of the decision to adopt the need blind policy, the bottom dropped out of the financial markets. It took a lot of courage to stay the course. The leadership of the board was so steady because everyone believed so strongly in that vision.
When I was on campus 30 years ago, the financial aid program at the time was the key reason I was able to attend Andover. 10 years ago, we implemented need blind admissions, which really takes that whole program to a different level.
One thing that should never limit a student's ability to come to Andover is whether or not their family can pay. Every student, we can say to them as they walk in the door, present your best self, present the self that you want to be, but don't even worry about whether or not you can pay the bill.
Applications went up after we declared the need blind program, not just for kids applying for scholarships, but for full pay students too. I think the applicant community at large understood that need blind meant a really robust student body, a mixture of kids that you simply can't find at another school.
I live in a dorm with 44 girls and there's like a dozen different countries represented there.
You learn how to interact with others that are not like you because a lot of times you come from an environment that is like homogenous and most people look like you, your family's like you, and then you come to PA and it's all these people that don't have the same experiences.
It opens you up to other views. When you come in thinking one thing, thinking it very firmly, think there's no way that someone could convince you otherwise, and then you have one talk with someone, you're like, maybe they're right about this.
We truly have youth from every quarter. We have an extraordinary moment here where it is a global magnet school.
To see my daughter having her own notions of the world challenged, it's added a depth to my commitment to this model because I see the value for all the kids.
The Need Blind Admission Initiative is the single most distinct feature that Phillips Academy is recognized for around the world. It has separated Andover from its peer institutions on the measurement of how families not only come into the process, but also are supported throughout their career at Phillips Academy.
The money is actually just the beginning. What we've done is really think about, once you are need blind, how do you serve all kids absolutely the best way possible?
To deliver on the promise of a world-class education, we must focus on equity and inclusion.
There have definitely been challenging moments, especially, interacting with other people in such close quarters. Sometimes private beliefs come out and sometimes they're not the same as your own. I try to challenge myself by just taking a pause and really considering, what that other person is saying to me.
As a senior, I'll be teaching a class this year to lowers about topics of identity, so race, socioeconomic class, that this community is so committed to giving every student the vocabulary to describe themselves and to understand other people. I don't think you can find that anywhere else.
Being a need-blind school is not something in any way that we take for granted. It's not something that we imagine will always be here, but for the commitment to it and for a great deal of hard work. When we talk to our alumni, when we talk to our trustees, when we talk to our senior administrators and faculty, the number one thing that everybody agrees to is that we should keep need-blind.
My optimism is that there are an enormous number of alumni like myself who've had the benefit of financial aid at Andover, who feel an incredible sense of gratitude and are committed to making sure this program continues in the future.
This is an ongoing challenge that we have to keep working at if we're to sustain this effort. So I think that hopefully, unlike the last time the school went need-blind, this can be sustained for the indefinite future.